Hi, Keith here from Lord Sewing. Let's take a look at bobbin thread tension. One of the most frequent things that we seem to have go wrong from time to time is that bobbin thread tension can go from something that's absolutely fabulous to something that's pretty poor with its definition on the top of the fabric for no apparent reason. And if this happens, it's usually got nothing to do with top thread, it's usually the bobbin thread which is causing the problem, and I'm going to show you what you can do about that. This is a good bobbin thread tension. This clearly is allowing the bottom thread to come up to the top, and it's easily fixable. Brother have three different types of bobbin cases. This one here is for use with this bobbin fill, and it's a screw on the front of the bobbin case which does not have any sealant on it whatsoever. You would find this bobbin fill, this type of bobbin fill, supplied with an Innovis 750, 800, V3, XE1 machine. In other words, embroidery only model type machine. If you have a combination sewing and embroidery model, then you'll find that you'll be supplied with this shiny type of thread, which is a number 60, and the bobbin case that's in the machine when it's supplied from the factory is a sealant type bobbin case. It's not adjustable in any way, and the screw that would normally adjust the thread tension will have already been preset by Brother to work with that and to work perfectly as well when you're using the machine as a sewing machine with the same thread top and bottom. The third bobbin case is something that you wouldn't use either for sewing or embroidery in normal circumstances. It's called a bobbin work case, and basically that is for putting specialist thicker type threads in there for doing upside down bobbin work. So we won't be looking at that. You don't use that in your machine normally. I'd just like to stress that it's not a good idea to play with your tensions if everything's working smoothly and you're happy. Don't just suddenly go into tension overload and start playing around with it. If you're happy, leave it. If you feel that you're having problems, then this is something that you might want to take a look at. And what I would suggest is, before you make any alterations to tension on your machine or playing with the bobbin case, just check first that you haven't made any changes to your default tension setting here on the machine. Now, this is a V5 machine. On any of the Brother machines, you will find that you'll have a page that you can go to that will show you the machine settings. In that instance, make sure that before you do anything, you set this embroidery tension to 0, so that if you need to make any fine changes, either to add top thread tension or to lower thread tension when you're working on a particular project or a particular thread, you will still have that tolerance to play with if you set your mechanical tensions up at 0. Under normal circumstances, you can tell just by feeling the thread when you pop this into the bobbin case whether or not it's got reasonable tension on it. You'll have done this many times, so you should be able to tell when you pull this that there is a reasonable amount of tension on that thread, enough certainly to cut it and keep that thread down below the fabric. If you find it's very loose when you do that and it won't even allow you to cut it, then chances are you need to take a look at that, and it's going to be where your problem is. This should be kept clean as much as you can, and you should do this with the machine switched off. Take the bobbin case out and make sure that your race area everywhere in there. I'm going to switch this back on so that you can see how clean that race is. You need to try and keep that as clean as you possibly can, because that will stop debris from getting into your bobbin case. The bobbin case here, as you can see, is nice and clean, and that's the way it should be. If you can keep on top of that reasonably frequently, there's less chance of your bobbin case giving you problems. Okay, before I go into detail about what you might look for if you've got a problem with your tension like this, if I can just discuss that if you've got a sewing and embroidery model like this V5 or V7 or any of the other top-end sewing and embroidery models, you will find that that bobbin case tension is for that thread, as I've discussed earlier. You will also find though that they have supplied you with one of these types of bobbin cases as well, because if you decide not to use that thread and you want to use a totally different type of bobbin fill, even that one for instance, then you'll find that your bobbin fill will probably come up to the top like this. So if you discard using that thread when you're using your combination machine, you need to take that bobbin case out and put that bobbin case in, and then you'll probably find it will work pretty well because it's already tensioned tighter to hold this type of thread in place. And you may need to just fine-tune an adjustment, which I'll tell you about soon. So why would your embroidery suddenly go from being good to producing this type of effect? You've taken your bobbin case out, you've done your cleaning, it looks absolutely perfect. You're convinced that there's nothing wrong with that at all. Well, what can happen if you can think about your thread normally comes through here and underneath these two springs, and is tensioned by those two springs. There's an outer one there and an inner one there, and that inner one can get a little bit of debris underneath there, stopping it from tensioning the thread. And you might not even see it. It might not be visible at all. Now I've got these fine tweezers, but if you haven't got anything like that, if you take one of your old needles or a pin and just go underneath this spring here and start trying to get at whatever's causing you a problem, it only needs to be something really, really small, such as a tiny little bit of thread, which you can see in there at the moment moving around. Did you see that? It's just flipped out. That's all it needs to stop you from getting a good bottom thread tension. And it's quite easy for that to get in there. If you can imagine, there's little bits of dust and lint that develops in here under normal circumstances. Every time you put your thread in there, it can just take a small particle in with it, trap it in there, and then you've got poor tension. Another thing you could do is hold that open and give it a good blow. That then, when you pop that back into the bobbin, into the machine, put your bobbin in, you should be back to that. If you have this type of bobbin case which has been factory sealed, I would encourage you not to alter or adjust that at all. Instead, if you're going to make adjustments and you've got a sewing and embroidery model, put this bobbin case in. If you've got an embroidery only machine, this is the bobbin case that's in there anyway, and it's adjustable. So if you're getting a perfect tension, leave it as it is. If you find that there's too much white coming to the edges of the embroidery, then you need to tighten this screw on the front. And it's quite easy to do. You turn it clockwise to tighten it. In other words, righty-tighty. And if you need to loosen this so that you've got more thread coming up to this, in other words, if it's too tight, if you've only got a narrow band of thread, of white thread here, you might want to just loosen this off a little and probably do it in half-turn increments. If you've got half a turn, pop it in the machine, test it, and then you can fine-tune in between that if you need to, or you can go another half-turn if it's not really had the full effect. Okay, so lefty-loosey, righty-tighty, until you've got that effect. On a final note, if you've taken your needle plate off to remove the bobbin case, make sure that you put the needle plate back on first and fully tighten it down with the two screws, and then put your bobbin case back in last, and you'll find that this white marker lines up with the white marker on here. Another way to look at it is that this stopper here on the bobbin case comes up against this stopper here on the machine. So basically you just drop that in place and that will work perfectly. If you put the needle plate on after you put the bobbin case in, then there's a chance that as you're putting this back on, you'll nudge this out of position, and then you'll either have broken needles or the machine will lock up. In other words, the machine will not work because that's fastened down incorrectly. So put that back first, pop that back in, and then replace your needle plate.